Hello, and welcome to respiramente.com. I'm Alessandra Policreti, and first of all, I would like to explain something very simple about breathing. We all know that breathing is the most natural thing in the world, something that occurs ever since we are born, and luckily, we don't even have to think about it every time we need to inhale or exhale. So if that is the case, why do we speak about doing breathing courses or learning breathing techniques or about conscious breathing? What happens is that when we are just born, we have a very good way of breathing, very correct, very deep, of course, very natural. We have mainly what is called an abdominal or diaphragmatic breathing. This means that this big muscle called the respiratory diaphragm is lowered when we inhale to leave space for our lungs to expand. And in lowering, it kind of expands the abdominal muscles. That is why it is called abdominal breathing. And then when we exhale, the diaphragm relaxes and goes back to its original position. But then, throughout our lives, we forget about this very good and very natural way of breathing because our lives are very stressful. Most people spend hours and hours sitting in postures that often are not very correct, and they don't favor a correct way of breathing. We are always rushing, we are always in a hurry. So as a result of all this, most of us have the tendency to breathe very quickly and superficially, and mainly in the upper part of the rib cage, in the chest area. Sometimes in moments of stress, we might hold the breath without even noticing, or perhaps we might have some kind of friction, which means that the breath doesn't flow in and out freely, but is rather fragmented. Some people have the tendency to breathe mainly through their mouths instead of their noses. All of these things can cause many problems, physical and mental issues. For example, pains, muscular pains, tensions, but also insomnia, a bad digestion, high blood pressure, and of course, more stress, more anxiety. The good news is that we can relearn a more natural way of breathing, a way of breathing that is deeper, more relaxed. And nowadays, scientific studies have proven that this kind of breathing is associated with a state of well-being. It enhances concentration, reduces blood pressure, for example, because it is connected to the activation of the parasympathetic nervous system, which is that part of the nervous system associated with a state of relaxation. But apart from what scientific studies tell us, I would like to tell you my own personal experience. Throughout my life, I have suffered from anxiety, stress, and I have also suffered from anxiety or panic attacks. And what has really helped me to overcome these problems has been practicing yoga, meditation, and breathing practices. So respiramente.com arises or is born out of my wish to share all of these tools that have helped me so much, because I'm sure that they can help other people rediscover a way of breathing that is more natural, more relaxed, and in doing so, really improve their quality of life.